Greetings everyone and welcome back to the channel. Today here, I'm finally gonna make this video about Silent Hill F. Yes, about Silent Hill F. It's finally here. It's about time I make this video. And congratulations for the game's release being the game hits 1 million buys within 1 day of release, which is should prove this a success. And I'll give you my thoughts and opinions on it. So here we go. What I think about this game, and again, it's just an opinion video, so it's not gonna be a lot. Silent Hill F. This has to be one of the. It's just a good game. As a horror game, it's fantastic. As a Silent Hill game, it's a good game. It's a pretty good game. I kind of went to this game excited. Even I wasn't extremely excited Silent Hill 2 remake. Because Silent Hill 2 remake, I was extremely excited. I was super down with this. Silent Hill F, I was thinking, okay, let's see how this game is about. And the game surprised me with a lot of things. And has been pretty dang good. I have been dumping over 20 hours on the game. Almost getting all that. I'm definitely getting all the endings, getting all achievements in the future. I'm probably going to do it. It's fantastic. Story-wise, it's great. It's a great story. It's about basically a person, of course, escaping from the truth and doesn't see the reality of things, which is from our main character, and of course, a lot of basically things happen about the game, and seeing a lot of people's true colors about them, how they felt with the main character. And again, this is not a main character who just like kills someone off and then goes to Silent Hill or whatever. No, it's nothing like that. You play as a 15-year-old, which is Hinako. You play as a 15-year-old, and basically a high schooler. Dealing with basically away from the truth and feeling afraid and scared. And the thing about her. She's a person that doesn't know what she wants to be and what she wants to do with her life. That's the thing about her character. And try to find, and again, this can resonate with a lot of people, a lot of people nowadays, and feeling like, I don't know what they want to be and everything, and hopefully, find something they want to be in the future. Is of course when you're young, it's hard to what you really want to be when you get older. Because you're 15, you're young, you still enjoy your life and everything. The other characters like Shu, like Sakiko and Rinko, all of them know what they want. For example, Shu wants to become a doctor, wants to become basically work on medicine. He wants to, work in a pharmacy and all that stuff. Definitely give good examples about this. And the thing about this game is that she was thrown into something that she had nothing to do, and was forced into. She was forced into marriage by her father, which had been in a lot of debt. And her dad was her father was basically an abusive father. He was lived in a very abusive household, pretty bad environment with her dad, and all this. So it's really something. It's really something that could be read in like the story. Even when you'll play it and you'll look at it and look at things, and with a lot of characters like Rinko, for example, she is pretty much feeling jealous over Hinako. For Shu, she's jealous of Hinako having Shu around her, and why, feeling like she had feelings. Because Rinko has feelings towards Shu, but Shu sees Rinko as a friend. So what she wants to do is to basically, Rinko will try to do everything, she want to do whatever it takes to just get her out of the equation so she can have her. And, Rinko, she's more feminine. She's a lot more feminine, more, compared to Hinako. Hinko's more of a tomboy. She's more of a tomboy. She likes, girly stuff and likes boy stuff. So she's definitely doing all that thing here and there. Now, sure, she gets, of course, married to the Fox dude, which is basically an individual she met during childhood. These two met each other during childhood, and then, you know, years has been passed, and now like, these two are becoming together. And of course, like, you know, again with the story, is that it learns a lot of things about sometimes about acceptance and like leaving someone to grow. You have to let someone grow. For example, in the endings, for example, one of the endings, Hinako finding out saying, "Hey, Shu, you're my partner. I like you. Heck, I love you. But the thing is, you had the same feelings towards me to just feel like you don't have the same level of love as I do. If that's the case, I have to look at someone else. This guy loves me. This guy helped me through things and all that stuff. You have to let me go and everything." That's how it feels. That's how it feels with the story and the things. And it's very deep. It's such a deep story that fits very well with today's modern society. It's really good. It fits more realistic feel. You know, yeah, it's not the story about, you know, a person's running away from the truth and finding out as like, hey, he's not accepting the fact that he killed his wife. And you have characters that kind of like intertwine with his personality and character and all that. No, this is about a young 15-year-old girl want to be herself, wants to fly away. And the thing about as well the game that every character is an animal spirit. For example, like Hinako's like a little bird. And they mention sometimes about birds a lot. Even the achievements mention about blue birds. A lot of achievements. So she's like a little bird, wants to fly, wants to fly, wants to see the world. That's what basically Hinako is. She wants to basically be her own person. She wants to be her. She wants to be her own individual. She feels outcasted. Heck, a lot of people feel outcasted for being weird and shit. Heck, I myself can relate to that as well. That's the magic about Silent Hill, is relate to these people. That's why Silent Hill characters and Silent Hill stories felt relatable into some sort of extent in some way, shape, or form. Of course, not killing the wife. Again, I know. I mention Silent Hill 2 a lot because Silent Hill 2 is my favorite game. Bite me. So, yeah, that's the thing about it. Fantastic. So, that's something about the story. I know there's a lot more to left out. But, yeah, it's pretty much, is what it is. Now for gameplay. I do believe, to me, the gameplay is pretty good. I feel like I enjoyed the gameplay. I enjoyed the gameplay. I have enjoyed it. At first, I was pretty iffy about it, but then I enjoyed it the more I learned. The more I learned, it has a lot of learning curves. Plus, when, managing your items, because the game gives you enough items to survive. There's plenty of healing items you can use. This game has the sanity system, which basically allows you to do focus attacks, which are kind of devastating attacks. And of course, as well as somewhat of a shield to certain attacks, to certain, environmental maneuvers or enemy maneuvers, or like wave shocks or anything like that interferes with your sanity. Because I thought the sanity thing was very similar to Haunting Ground sanity. I was like, oh shit, I have to be careful. If my sanity is low, shit's crazy is gonna happen. But it's not, it's more simple. And the enemies in the game, to be honest, is not as good as Silent Hill 2 Remake. Silent Hill 2 Remake enemies are amazing. And I have tons of praise for the enemies in that game, which I felt like is gonna translate well with Silent Hill 1 Remake, which is actually in the works. But Silent Hill F is more like run at you, kind of more aggressive, very similar to Silent Hill 3. Not more aggressiveness with the enemies. Not more aggressiveness is alright, it's pretty alright. The pacing of the game is good, and thank God the game is short. Because one of the biggest complaints I have with Silent Hill 2 Remake is being too damn long, and areas stretch out for way too damn long. And that's something I hated about Silent Hill 2 Remake. That's probably one of the things I dislike. Thank God Silent Hill F is basically goes back to the 7 hour mark, like the traditional Silent Hill title. Because Silent Hill games should not be 15, 20 like hours long. That's way too much for a Silent Hill title. It's not Resident Evil. If it was Resident Evil, yeah, that's fine. But Silent Hill, come on, it should not be this long. It's kind of overdone. It's kind of like you just drag out way too much, and it shows due to like playthroughs and everything. It's fucking ridiculous. But this is more like, all right, the pacing is great. I like the pacing. However, there are some sections that are very action heavy, especially one section that is before you get to the last area in the game, which is basically your house, basically, which is the final section of the area, which you need to explore your own home and get all the quests to unlock your room. Yeah, that part before that you have to go through a lot of enemies. But the thing is, you have to kill, let's call Big Mama. Alright, let's call her Big Mama, like the Big Mama enemy with the bellies. You have to kill her to progress, which is kind of a forced section. It's not like Silent Hill 2 Remake has that thing, but that one's like tolerable. It's very tolerable, and it's just all you do is just run around. But with Silent Hill F, you have to kill that big lady mode, and it does drag out. It drags out a bit long, and it's probably the section I hate the most. And because there's so many enemies, there's about these dog enemies. They're pretty annoying. You have like 2 to 3 of those enemies, and you got basically almost all the entire enemy lineup in the game into that section, which is kind of a ridiculous. It's really ridiculous. Probably the part I hate the most, and probably one of the things I dislike, is some of the sections in the game are pretty they're overdoing it, per se. They're overdoing it. So yeah, that section is a bit of a pain in the ass, but a lot of the sections of this game is actually pretty cool. Like I like the earlier, the school part. The school part's pretty cool. Kind of reminds me of Silent Hill 1 school. Now I was thinking, damn, going through a school again? Shit. It's kind of some. And of course, since there's just 2 worlds, there's a regular world and the other world. The other world's basically kind of an amalgamation. It's like a shrine. There's an amalgamation of the areas you went through, basically, which is pretty dang cool. You go through the fields, and you go through, and I like the puzzle of the field. The field section was pretty cool. I like that. The puzzles are great. Like the field, that one's pretty cool. I like the puzzle with you put the stuff in the very first puzzle in the game and all that. That was pretty cool. And again, going through the game was great. It was great and fantastic. It's very cool. And speaking of the game and the endings, you get a couple amount of endings. The ending you get in the game, which is it's basically saying that she was in a drugged rage, because she takes that red capsule and she went crazy and killed basically everyone. And that's really what the regular ending is. And of course, there's other endings. You have to do it through New Game Plus. And that's another thing about this game. New Game Plus in this game is very unique, and it has I don't know if I've ever seen it before, but in New Game Plus, they add brand new cutscenes as well as brand new dialogue into such cutscenes. I remember playing it and I was like, holy shit, it is fucking insane. And I was in complete shock. And plus there's some brand new puzzles, and you go on a scavenging hunt to get a sacred sword, one of the unlockable weapons, a sacred sword, which is pretty cool. And going through going through places, you unlock different places. Some sections are removed, some parts are that you went through are gone in New Game Plus. They add new boss fights. It is fantastic. It's really fantastic, and I definitely do recommend going through the game and getting other endings, because bruh, it is fucking amazing. And the boss fights are pretty cool. I have to say, the bosses are pretty dang cool, some bosses have their own unique abilities. For example, let's just say, for example, Sekiko, for example, the first boss. She has that bell that she can whip and everything, and I ain't gonna lie, find that boss for the first time took me a bunch of attempts until I learned the focus ability and learning about the parry. It has a learning curve to it, and I'm pretty much I like skill-based kind of gaming like these, so I'm pretty much wouldn't mind to learn. It's pretty fun once you get everything down. The game becomes really fun and really enjoyable in terms of gameplay. And the music. Oh my goodness, the music, the soundtrack, and the ambient sound made by the legendary Yamaoka. It's fucking incredible. Like, this is a brand new style. This is not Western music. This is Japanese music. It's creepy. It's eerie. I remember listening to it and playing. I was like, what the fuck? This shit is creepy. It is unsettling. It is creepy. It is holy shit. Holy crap. Like, it is insane. It is crazy. Like, boy, this is wild. This is absolutely insane. Oh my goodness, this is just crazy level of insanity. Like, holy shit. Yamaoka nailed it again with the music and soundtrack. God damn, this man nailed it. This dude fucking nailed it. Holy shit. Like, bruh. Genius. I fucking love this. That's why I love this man. And I hope he'll make a Resident Evil. Because he wants to make like music for Resident Evil series. Man, hire that man. That man is 100% need to hire that man. That man is gonna be golden. But yeah, it's fantastic. It's fantastic, and I've been yeah, it's fantastic. Wow, crazy. Body horror is there and all. It's freaking great, and like the endings and all. It's pretty great. Now there comes the part of the video. I'm gonna go on a bit of a rant here. Okay, I want to just make the thoughts and opinions on this, but I have to literally say this. Now I know a lot of people start saying, Chris, but what's with your title of your video felt misleading? Or you felt that like the freaking something felt misleading. You think, oh my god, it's like the worst Silent Hill ever or something like that. Like, and it was like misleading. Why I feel it's misleading? Well, I'll tell you this. It's kind of like a little simple. It goes something like this. Every time I've seen real Silent Hill fan review Silent Hill F has become pretty much negative. Some people, and again, I've said this before in my previous video. There's gonna be people who love the game and some people will hate the game. There's a bit of a double line with the game. That's the thing about it. It's a double line. It's like a 50-50. That's what I feel like. And I feel like to me, like the game is fantastic. I mean, nowadays, even there's some people, a friend of mine been telling me that the game would be better, it would be good if it comes out like I felt like this game came out like much earlier, or in the 2000s, this game would fit. And I'll say, yeah, it would fit, and as well as gonna fit nowadays. Because it's a little bit different. And a good friend of mine told me it's adding new fresh blood to the series, which is cool. But here's the thing. It's one thing for people to dislike or hate the game or whatever. It's a whole different story of people calling it woke, feminism, and all these buzzwords. You know how it is. And all I had to say is that screw off. Japan doesn't care about the Western propaganda. They do not give a fuck about any of your Western issues and Western problems. The Japs, all they do is Japs stuff. And that's it. You can just go fuck off and cry and whatever, or if you're anti whatever, go legitimately go jump off a bridge. Legitimately. And I've seen countless fucking countless thumbnails and videos, I haven't watched them. Countless thumbnails of this whole woke, feminism, misogynistic, blah 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 nonsense. Western propaganda nonsense. I have to call it, because it is nonsense and it's stupid. because all they think about, to see a woman, this one, they say this one, this one. It's just basically go into this fucking negative mindset and sickening. And guess what? Nobody gives a fuck about that shit. Japan, heck, Japanese people damn sure don't give a flying fuck about that shit. That's what they don't give a damn about your Western nonsense and garbage and whatever negative mind space you've been having. Whatever you're fucking like, just because you can't find the fucking woman in your life, just because you can't find no bitches, doesn't mean you have to do all that fucking. Just because it's not it's not their fault that you can't find bitches. Like damn, bro. Like it's ridiculous that these people talk about stuff like that. Again, it's one thing to hate the game and despise the game and dislike the game. That's fine. That's your opinion. I respect that. That's your opinion. That's your thing. But don't come in here with these fucking feminism, but misogynistic, all that nonsense. Because listen, take that shit somewhere else. Take that garbage somewhere fucking else. Because ain't nobody trying to hear that garbage. Ain't nobody trying to hear that. It's been used so damn much. And y'all guys need to get a goddamn life. That's literally it. So yeah. In closing to this video, in my own opinion, fantastic story, fun game, pretty fun gameplay, decent pacing until like a bit at the end. Pacing was kind of amazing soundtrack, fantastic enemy design. This is a game that I think the game is worth picking up. It's really up to you. I feel like to me, it's up to you if you feel this game is worth picking up. Is this game part of the Silent Hill franchise? I do think so. I do think so. This game is part of the Silent Hill franchise. And me, a longtime Silent Hill fan, telling you, hey, this is a great game. It's fantastic. And it's damn good. Yeah, it's damn good. So what do you think about the game? What do you think about it? Do you think the game is great? Game fantastic? Leave it down in the comments. There's a potential I might make a secondary video about a certain topic about this game. And that is this game's parallel connection to Silent Hill 1. Now, a lot of people say, this sound crazy. But hear me out. There's a this game might have potentially have some, some parallel feeling to Silent Hill 1. And I'll definitely make a separate video on that. Hopefully in the future, I'll make a separate video about it. So yeah, only time will tell. So yeah, that's the end of the video. If you guys enjoyed, you follow, subscribe. I'll see you guys next one. Take care.